What up? It's Shut Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending what time zone you're in, it's Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Is that how I do it? Do I do the night and then the morning? I don't know. But yo, for those of you who have made it to Wednesday morning, congratulations. Hump Day is finally here for y'all. Us Tuesday nighters. Yo, one more sleep till it's Hump Day. Hey. You know, Hump Day is like my favorite day because that's the countdown to the weekend. All right, I have a good show set up. I have a great show set up for you guys today. Before I start the intro, I just want to apologize to the people who listen to the show on podcast platforms. We got the episode yesterday stuck in the upload, and for some reason it didn't upload just before we started recording this. We caught it. So episode 610 on podcast platforms are up. So you have 2 shows to watch. All right. Very, very sorry about that. They are up. Okay. The video and the show is up on podcast platforms. All right. I have a good show set up for you guys today. In today's Jamaica news, Jamaica still needs your help. I've been trying to be positive for the past couple of days, but I have some videos to show y'all that Jamaica still needs y'all help. And we do have the support link below in our description. Today in Behind the Feed and Off the Record, Diddy'S Expedited appeal has been approved. In lead stories, Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis fight has been canceled due to exactly what I was telling y'all a couple of weeks ago. He is under police investigation, although they're not saying that, but y'all know that we got the goods, so I'll break that down for you. Also, Donald Trump and the White House will not give SNAP benefits despite a judge's ruling, and Gold's Gym LA is under fire for letting a man into the women's locker room. In quick news, we're going to talk Blueface, Stefon Diggs, China, Matt Barnes, Megan Thee Stallion, Morant, Draymond Green, Drake, Adin Ross, Kanye, yes, Kanye's back in the news, and Tom Brady. Excuse me. As always, we're going to close out the show with the comments of the day, social discussion of the day, and question of the day. And for those of y'all who are tired of getting scam texts and scam phone calls, we're going to tell you about Aura's 14-day free trial to help you with those spam call and text messages, all right? Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up! It's Hump Day, or Hump Day is close, all right? Yo, I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right, in our breaking Jamaican news, MP breaks down in tears over hurricane ravaging South St. James. All right, y'all, I have been trying to be positive and give you positive videos every day with the relief efforts going on in Jamaica. But I came across these 2 videos, or I think maybe 3 videos, that were heartbreaking to say the least. I've been putting my name on change.org for flights and people trying to carry extra baggage and relief efforts. I've been trying to do everything that I can do and stay positive. But just as a reminder, I wanted to show you guys these videos. I won't play them long. Just to let you know that there are still parts of Jamaica that are devastated, and there are some parts that are not getting the aid that is needed. Want to show you these videos and also remind you that we have the link below. We're going to keep doing this all week. Mainstream media is no longer covering Jamaica. All of a sudden, nobody remembers about it. So I wanted to make sure that we do that all the way until Sunday's episode. We're going to keep Jamaica in the headlines and in everyone's faces to remind everybody that we still need help back home in my homeland of JA. All right, take a listen to these videos.
We're not asking because we are greedy. We're asking because the collaboration and the coordination on the ground is not reaching our people in South St. James. When I'm able to bring 2 bags of food like I did last night to the school at Malden High, they were not able to make breakfast this morning because it could only last 1 day. I'm asking you to help us to airlift some food into the communities, to get the sick people out of the homes and into the hospital. We have some pregnant mothers. We were able to get to the hospital at Cornwall Regional just yesterday. Her baby was not moving anymore in her belly, right?
I got nothing to eat, no drink neither. Nothing to eat and drink. Nothing not sweet, me no have. Me hungry, me thirsty, me not no water. Everything mash up. Me 6 burners, 2 of me 3 bed. Everything mash up completely. Me no have nothing. You know, so me can't talk. Cause me hungry. So me eat here. Me son give that little chips here, me I'm alone. That little chips here. From morning till now, me not eat. See me just them there, me just me 2 of me bed. Everything me should friend them. You should have have nothing. Nothing me no have. See that's the one I better do. But if you out there, me no have nothing.
Hi. So I wanted to share with you guys about some of what is happening on the ground in Jamaica. For the last couple of days, my husband and I, we hit the ground running. We visited St. James, we visited Trelawney, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester. I'm not sure that there is a word in the English vocabulary to describe the level of destruction, the level of loss. It's dystopian to say the absolute least. It's heartbreaking when you know the loss of belongings, the loss of, in some cases, every single thing you own. It's mind-boggling.
Again, so for those of you who can, if you have, please click the link below in our description. I think it's probably like the third link somewhere down there. If you want to support, this is direct support to the Jamaican government. As I said, every day, there's a lot of fraudulent links out there. Please do not do that. For those of you who want to donate, there's various ways to donate, and this goes directly to the Jamaican government. Thank you so much for your Pray for Jamaica hashtags, and thank you very much for your support. All right, in our first and only story behind the feed and off the record, Judge grants Diddy's request for an expedited appeal schedule. All right, guys, I think we made it, a day, 2 days without saying Diddy's name? Gosh, trust me, I want, as much as you guys do, a little bit of a break from Diddy sometimes, but when things come up, of course, it is my job to let you know everything that's going on daily, so I have to talk about it. I am not going to spend a long time on it. I'm going to let you guys know what is going on, give you guys, of course, the behind the feed and off the record of what's going on, and then we're going to move on, okay? Sean Diddy Combs scores a win on Monday when a judge approved his request for a speedy appeal process just 4 days after he was moved to a federal prison in New Jersey to kick off his 50-month sentence that stemmed from 2 prosecution convictions for transporting prostitutes. The U.S. Circuit Court Judge Beth Robinson greenlit Combs' request in a brief 2-paragraph order. His legal team is aiming to shorten the time that the rap mogul received while he is spending time behind bars. Judge Robinson, who served on the U.S. Court of Appeals, sorry, I'm reading this so badly. Judge Robinson, who served on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit of New York, laid out a potential appeal timeline. She stated that Combs' brief is due December the 23rd, so that is from his lawyers, December the 23rd. The U.S. government's brief, the feds, have until February the 20th. That's because they get to see what Diddy's team presents. And now the feds will be able to have until February the 20th to present their side. And then the Combs defense team needs to submit their reply by March the 13th. I am totally butchering this. I'm very sorry. So they get to submit their reply from what the feds sent in by March the 13th, okay? If things proceed as planned, oral arguments could kick off as early as April, according to the judge's order, okay? So December the 20th, February, and then March. Boom. Now, I'm going to make this quick. Diddy's appeal being expedited is a win for Diddy, but it also leaves a decision up for Diddy. And now we're going to touch on the pardon and commutation, which I know irritates some of you guys, but I have to tell you what is fact. I know some of y'all think that you know more than me and you know of things that are going on, but I'm here to tell you anyway. So as we were one of the ones who broke the fact that Diddy's team was working with the White House on the pardon, and then it so happened that George Santos was the one who got the pardon, and then it was back and forth. TMZ put it out. Yeah, there is a pardon. The White House denied. What are you guys talking about? Trump was not happy that it got out to the media that we're talking about a pardon, and now we don't know what's going on with the pardon. Myself, other people have told you guys that Trump is asking for a lot. I've heard crazy numbers of what Trump is asking for and what Diddy's willing to do, because we all know pardons are for sale at the White House, right? Donald Trump just pardoned the crypto guy, which we talked about, okay? I'm not here to argue that with y'all, okay? Facts are facts. Send me a cease and desist White House if it's not true. That's how confident I am. Having said all of that, the fact that Diddy's team didn't know if they were getting this expedited appeal process was one of the things that they had left to figure out before they could decide what they want to offer Trump for the pardon. Now, like I told you, from what I've been hearing, but from what I have heard, that Trump no longer wants to talk about a pardon. He wants to give you a commutation. And a commutation is, yeah, you can get out of jail, but you still have your charges. And if you're a good boy, you bend the knee, you do all of this stuff, you say how much you love MAGA and how wrong you were and how much you love the Republican Party, maybe in a year or 2 years, we could give you the pardon and your charges will be relinquished. Part of that discussion, and like I told you, Diddy doesn't want the commutation. He wants a straight up pardon because he doesn't trust Trump. He just wants the pardon now. So part of the reason why Diddy and his team didn't know exactly what to do is that they know that they still have the appeal process in their back pocket. And they didn't know if they were going to get it expedited or not. If it was not expedited, they could maybe have to wait a year or 2 years to even get to the appeal process. That was one of the reasons why they were dragging their feet and not necessarily giving Trump and his team what he wanted. So, from what I've heard, Diddy now has a decision to make. You guys heard that they could start oral arguments as early as April. Now he knows, okay, I get the appeal process in April. Do I sit in Fort Dix for the next 6 months, go for the appeal process? If I win the appeal process, everything is wiped out. All the charges, well, the 2 charges that are left, it's completely clean. He walks out of jail free. He doesn't have to worry about anything. And that's exactly what he's asking Trump for, asking him for a pardon. So it's kind of difficult. Do you shut down the talks completely or be like, oh, we'll get back to you? Sit inside for 6 months? Go for the appeal process, see if you win the appeal. But then if you don't win the appeal, now you got to go back and be like, excuse me, Uncle Trump, like, let's have this negotiation again. And then you know for sure it will just be a commutation and then et cetera, et cetera. So that's where it is. From what I've heard, the pardon is not completely off the table because Donald Trump is a businessman. He's a negotiator. Nothing is never off the table. It's just, what are you willing to give me for the pardon? So that's where things lie. Okay. I still have heard that something can happen around Christmas time for the holidays. That is up for conversation. Or Diddy might just look and be like, I don't want to talk to him anymore. I really feel confident that I can beat and win this appeal. That's really what it comes down to. I feel like he would sit in jail for the next 6 months if he really knew that he could win the appeal. He knows the judges now. They'll see what's going on. It's up to his lawyers to tell him, bro, we're just doing this for the fun of it, but you're going to lose or you're going to win. And that's when things will be decided. Okay. So I said I was going to make that short. Hopefully it wasn't too long. You know, sometimes it could be long-winded, but that is everything. Okay. And don't argue with me because trust me, it's all fact. Allegedly. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right. In our first lead story, Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis fight is canceled. Our plans still remain for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix 2025. Jake Paul against Tank Davis, originally set for November the 14th in Miami, has been officially canceled. Most Valuable Player Promotion says the matchup will no longer move forward, but plans still remain for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. This comes days after a lawsuit was filed accusing Gervonta Tank Davis of allegedly putting hands and threatening his ex-girlfriend in a club. You don't say. Did I maybe make a show and title it Gervonta Tank Davis Going to Jail? Y'all remember when I said that a couple of days ago? And I was like, this fight ain't happening. Because when it first came out, it was, oh, it's just a civil suit. And a civil suit's a civil suit. Everybody has a civil suit. Anybody who's a celebrity in sports, whatever, about, they have civil suits daily. They have a whole team of lawyers. All right, y'all are going to see. Y'all don't like listening to me. I told you this was coming. And now this is proof. The fact that Netflix is backing out, they're not backing out because of the civil suit. They're backing out because they know the police are investigating and they know that Tank is probably going to be arrested in the next couple of days. Because what I have heard, I'll tell you something. I wasn't even planning to tell you all this, but I heard that there was a video. And that's exactly what I said. I said, this happened at Tootsie's in Miami. There's video surveillance everywhere. And like what I told you guys a couple of days ago when I dropped that show, I said the reason why his other civil suit in June with the other girlfriend didn't have any criminal charges is because she didn't want to work with the police. Well, if the woman doesn't want to work with the police, there's nothing the police can do if there's no evidence. They can't just press charges. But if it's in public, if there's an eyewitness, or if there's a camera and footage, then they don't need the woman who was affected to cooperate because they have their own evidence. The video speaks for itself. Now, Tank, I heard Tank is maybe trying to get this video, quieted down, maybe erased, maybe deleted. I don't know what happened with Diddy when he tried to do that. So there's a lot going on, and that's exactly why Netflix is like, yo, we ain't doing this. And basically, this is just me telling you, I told you so. Anyways, most valuable players. Okay, no, I already read that to you already. Tank Davis. Here is the official statement. Our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate the situation responsibly. The CEO of Most Valuable Promotions said, while we will not be moving forward with this event, our plans still remain for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. Details regarding the new date and location, Jake's opponent, and additional belts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix and the Hard Rock Hotel for their cooperation and their partnership. Most Valuable Promotions appreciates their continued support and understanding for our athletes, partners, sponsors, and fans as we work to finalize these events. Fans who purchase tickets, blah, 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 blah. You can get your money back, okay? Now, Jake Paul put out this statement, and he says, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin of a man that a man could ever commit. I don't want to give this person who puts hands on women a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to anybody involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard preparing this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture, sports, including to be in powerful positions. I hope you people moving forward look beyond this fake streetwear piece swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one, as always, anyone, anytime, any place. So that is Jake. Jake is pissed, okay? Now, I don't know if it's true of Tank being unprofessional and showing up late or whatever. It could just be him throwing him under the bus. It could be a various other things as well, too. It could be that he is using this moment to hype up his next fight. And as you know, confrontation breeds more confrontation. Is this him starting and saying these things because we're going to have a fight later on with them if he doesn't get arrested and they don't find this tape. There's a lot going on behind closed doors. But Jake, the forever hype man, promo man, he is not going to let this moment fall by the wayside. So don't be fooled. Yes, it is canceled because he's under investigation. But if this investigation does not end up how the police wanted to, because Tank avoided getting charges pressed against him in June, right? So if this happens, I've heard that there will be another fight later on, and this is just more hype for it. Now, in the meantime, while Tank is being investigated and days away from potentially being arrested, there is one fighter, Francis Ngannou. Sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he's a big fighter. And he is one of the people who Jake Paul are looking towards now to be like, hey, does anyone want to fight me? And Jake is looking to like real boxers. Now, I'm not saying Tank is not a real boxer, but Tank is also like 5'2", right? So he had a chance. People are making fun of Jake Paul now to be like, hold on a second. You actually want to try to come for real boxers? Like, give me a break. Take a listen to this interview from Francis.
He said, yeah, we're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I was like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? So we think about you to fight Jake to replace Gervonta. I'm like, which Jake? I mean, don't disrespect me like that.
Francis says he has absolutely no interest in potentially replacing Gervonta Tank Davis for the November 14th boxing match against Jake Paul. He says, do not disrespect me like that. I saw something online where Jake is asking Clarissa Shields if she wants to get into the ring. And even Clarissa was like, why am I on your list? There's Ryan Garcia. There's a couple of people, but the real guys like Terrence Crawford, people are like, are you joking? So we'll see what happens. Netflix says they're still going to do something. We shall see what will happen. But that's all I have for y'all for this. Let me know what you guys think about Jake and Tank in the comment section below. All right, our second lead story. Trump says he will not give SNAP benefits until the government reopens, despite federal judges ordering him to do so. Trump is back at it, y'all. And why do you think he's doing this on a special election night? Because he doesn't want any attention drawn away from anybody else but him. At the sacrifice of the people who he's elected him and who has put him in the office to protect them. Just a little reminder. Anyways, Donald Trump will not administer SNAP benefits to American people despite multiple federal judges ordering him to do so. Why? Well, because he's mad at the radical left. On Truth Social, Trump made it clear that SNAP would not resume until the government is reopened. This post comes after his administration said yesterday that they would distribute benefits to only 50% of the 22 million people on SNAP. By the way, I heard it's around 40 million people on SNAP, but I digress. Though it isn't ideal, it would have been something to start with. Now with Trump's announcement, it seems back to no person will receive any food stamps. SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars during Crooked Joe's term in office, due to the fact that they were handed out to anybody that was asking for help, as opposed to just the people in need, which was the purpose of SNAP, will be given only to the radical left Democrats when they open the government, which they can easily do and not before. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. What does Joe Biden and the people who are on it, whether legally or illegally, have to do with this right now, sir? Like, pick an argument. Like, are you saying you don't want to give SNAP benefits because you think that there are people on it that are taking advantage of the program because of Joe Biden? If that's your reason, say it. If it's because they don't want to open up the government, say it. Like, what are you doing here? He just gets on his phone and he's just like, oh, because of Joe Biden and because of people and because of this and because of that. Like, it's just crazy, man. Anyways, CNBC says they reached out to the White House for clarification on Trump's post, which they reportedly got a response that said, refer to the president's Truth Social. This is terrible. We're praying for the families affected by this decision. And another thing, it's crazy that the president of the United States governs from his owned social media account, True Social. That's crazy. I remember the days where you used to get these announcements from the White House. Crazy work. Anyways, anybody who's new watching the show, I am not a Democrat on the left. I am not a Republican. I am in the middle. This is a purple podcast. When Kamala Harris was doing a bunch of crazy stuff last week, I dragged her for it. Joe Biden, I drag him. And when Donald Trump does crazy stuff like this, I drag him for it. Like, this is a democracy. Judges have made a rule. There's a contingency fund. There's $5 million, and there's people who are hungry. And I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, on both sides, again, like I said, I'm fair on both sides. I feel like the Democrats, of course, their excuses, they're using this so that the healthcare benefits don't expire, but they've already been expired, and their people's premiums have already gone up. And from what I understand, that can't be reversed. So what's going on? It's just a mess. And it's just, I don't mind when government goes back and forth. I think that's the beauty of a democracy, but I think it's gone to a point of just being crazy. I have heard that November the 15th, more things will start expiring. And that's when it's going to literally start getting catastrophic. And I think Trump knows that. And that's why he doesn't want to give these benefits as his last opportunity and leverage to try to get Democrats to reopen the government. Because as of November the 15th, more programs and more people will not get paid. If I'm not mistaken, it's people that are on monthly payment schedules, because there's people that get paid weekly, biweekly, and monthly. But anyways, it's going to be chaotic as of November the 15th. That's why Trump is doing this. So y'all let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. All right, and our third lead story, we're going to touch on this quickly. I just want to get you guys' opinion on it. Could be social discussion of the day. Gold's Gym LA is under fire for allowing men into the women's locker room. Singer Tish Heyman claimed her membership at Gold's Gym in Beverly Center, LA, was revoked after she confronted what she alleged was a man using the women's locker room while staff reportedly did nothing. Here is a clip. I'm going to show you a couple of clips of her yelling out that her gym membership got revoked, and then her confronting this man who's, I don't know if he's a man or identifies or transgender. And before I play it for you, you guys know, I am very open-minded, and I'm, I like to have just inclusivity with everybody. But when you see video of this man who identifies as a woman, I think most people, I don't care how progressive you are, will be pretty alarmed that this was the person that was in a woman's locker room, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. And it's crazy. If you guys remember 2 or 3 days ago, there was a man arrested at a Planet Fitness that he was dressed up like a woman, going into the women's showers, recording, and he got arrested. Are you trying to tell me all he had to have said was, I identified as a woman, and then everything is fine? It's getting a little crazy. Take a look at this video.
Gold's Gym! Men! Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room! And that's why I'm getting kicked out, and I want to make sure the girls know! He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. I'm a woman, and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay!
All right, y'all, sound off below and let me know what you think about Gold's Gym and what they're allowing. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. All right, our first quick story. Blueface has been out of jail for 24 hours, and what a whirlwind of 24 hours it has been. All right, yesterday we told you guys a quick news about Blueface being released. And I showed you a video of him, the tattoos on his face and whatever. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know For whatever reason, I still can't figure out what it is. I'm a fan of Blueface and Krishan Rock. Like, they are a complete train wreck. I've never watched their shows or I don't listen to their music, and I don't normally like reality TV like this, but there's something about them that I don't know what. It always catches my eye. So yesterday, Blueface got out and he's released. And he went to the arcades with his 3 children, 2 from Jaden Alexis, and then 1 from Krishan Rock. And then it started. There was cameras, bodyguards. Krishan put Jaden's kids on her live. Jaden was like, "What? I thought you were just going to the arcade with your mom and the kids. I didn't know Krishan was going to be there." And then she got on her live and was like, "I didn't approve for Krishan to be around my 2 babies." She's like, "Yo, I'm going to pull up." She pulled up. There was a thing. It was literally like all over social media. It was crazy. And then at night, Krishan and Blueface ended up on DDG's stream. And Krishan Blueface had the door to the studio closed and made Krishan bark to open the door and come in, which is crazy. And then she comes in and they're just wilding out and she's kissing him and she's all over him. And from what some of you might not know, Krishan Rock just on Sunday posted on her Instagram her new man and giving him a massage and how much she loves him. And now she's with Blueface barking and kissing him up on his arm in the studio. So that was the past 24 hours for Blueface. Now, I'm going to just show you some videos throughout the day. I'm not going to show you everything. There's some content creators that really, it's like literally half an hour and broken down everything. I don't have the bandwidth. It's not that entertaining to me, but just the little clips are just crazy to me because they're literally, it's a train wreck. You're just watching a full-on train wreck. Jaden Alexis goes off after seeing video of Krishan at the arcade with Blueface and her kids. She said, "I didn't approve for no DRUG person and B word to be around my kids. I am on the way." All right. So we're going to start off with Blueface getting let out and then all the way to the studio. Take a look.
That boy big. You right there?
Oh, we got the last one. Say what's up to Daddy Butter.
Wait, what's game?
Thank you.
Say hi.
Just know she videoing me. I'm gonna video her too.
We been on our show. We on your show.
Oh, I didn't know.
We on live.
Yeah, just PSA, I didn't approve for no to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. I'm on the way. One thing for sure and 2 things for certain. I don't let anybody just play with them. I don't let anybody just be around my kid. I don't let anybody, it ain't like that over here. Okay?
What?
Play that over.
Say woof woof. I'm gonna let you in when the thing comes off and unlock the door. Say woof woof. Let me go to the cheater.
Now, like I said, all of this played out across social media, but I was watching one content creator that was covering this, and he showed a clip of his mom, Blueface's mom. I played a clip for you of hers, Clarissa. So Clarissa was apparently mad at Krishan for ruining the day. I said, I think I played that for you guys. And then she goes, "Yo, if you want to see how everything really broke out and went wild, go to my Patreon. It's up on there." And I was like, yo, we've been had. And she says also, too, in the video, she's like, Krishan messed everything up. We had all the video set up for him to come outside or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, my gosh. This wasn't just captured on their cell phones and then just leaked out to the blogs. Like, this is a reunion show. This is Krishan and Rock, Dangerously in Love, Patreon version. Brilliant. Like, Brilliantly done, man. Like, it was all over every blog, etc., etc. And then if you really want to see what really went down, you got to go over to the Patreon. And for those who don't know what a Patreon is, it's like YouTube, but behind a paywall. So you got to pay $10 to see the real behind the scenes stuff. So shout out to Blueface. This guy came out of jail the first day and went to work. The show's not on Zeus anymore. It's not anywhere, whatever. It's on their Patreon. Good job, Krishan and Blueface. Let me know what y'all think about all of this, and if you've tuned in. And please, if any of you paid for the Patreon, let me know in the comment section below. All right, our second quick story: Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs allegedly has 4 kids on the way with 4 different women. I don't know why they said Patriots star. Like, he's Cardi B's baby daddy, all right? We know him more famously for being Cardi B's baby daddy than a wide receiver for the Patriots. Anyways, I promise y'all, I am really not dragging Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, but it's just like, it hurts my soul, man, that Cardi B left Offset, still is not divorced, has to deal with Offset. She's pregnant, just like beat a court case, just released an album. She's 6 months pregnant, setting up to do a tour, and she has to deal with this guy, bro. Like, it's crazy. He has 4 different women pregnant. So he has to deal with Cardi and 3 other women as they're all pregnant. And I just showed you yesterday a clip of her doing an interview after the end of the game. And I was like, this is the most awkward Cardi B I've ever seen. And you could tell it was Cardi being like, yo, the internet is wildin' out here. You're going to put me in the box with the owner of the team, Robert Kraft, I think his name is. You're going to do an interview, a post interview with me. You're going to rub my belly. You're going to make these women know that I'm the main chick around here. All right. Anyways, I put up a picture or putting up a picture. These are the women. I don't remember all their names. We told you one was Drake's sidekick, the girl from Kiki, Do You Love Me? Kiki. There's another one who's like a model girl. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, I found a clip online from a content creator pretty big out here. I think it's New York Yay or something. But she agrees with me on how awkward things are for Cardi B. And I just like when I'm like vindicated by another content creator. So I wanted to play it for you. Take a listen.
I wish I understood how much this situation is tearing me up, because from the bottom of my soul, I with Cardi. Like, from one Bronx to another, I really like Cardi as a person, but it's like, have you seen this interview blowing the f*** on me? You could tell he's making them goofy questions up on the spot. Like, this was awkward.
And lastly, Stefon Diggs reveals he and Cardi B are having a boy. He says, it's a boy. That's enough for me. I can't wait to make him do push-ups and sit-ups and run around. How come no announcements for the other babies, Stefon? That's because Cardi put her foot down and she's like, yo. Anyways, man, my heart. I feel for Cardi, man. But we told you to stay away from Stefon. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, our third quick story. China's new anti-divorce for-profit law says properties will no longer be split 50-50. You keep what you bought or contributed to. Chinese Supreme Court implemented sweeping amendments to its marriage and family provision in civil court that replaced a long-standing presumption of 50-50 property divided with a strict contribution and title rule. Spouses now keep only what they can prove they bought, funded, or directly contributed to, while gifts from parents and paternal assets remain separated. By eliminating the financial windfall that previously encouraged divorce for profit, stripping non-monetary homemaking of legit weight, and reinforcing a 30-day cooling off period for mutual consent cases, the government expects to deter impulsive and mercenary breakups. Early 2025 data shows that there was a 24% drop in first quarter filings, and official forecast and subsequent decline from 1.8 to 2.0 divorces per 1,000 people by 2027 bolstering family stability and the nation's demographic crisis. So they're basically doing this to slow down the divorce rate. This should have been in social discussion, because if this is what you have to do to slow down the divorce rate, that means people are just going to stay married in situations that they just don't want to stay married to. Like, I understand what they're trying to say, where it's like, hey, you get into an argument and it's easier to leave because you get half. But what about the people that really want to leave and they don't get half? Now they're just staying in a bad relationship. I'm actually really confused. Anyways, regardless of the divorce thing, I like the you keep what you came in with and I keep what I come in with. I think that is fair, and anything that we did or you contributed after, that's cool. But I'm still not sure if that helps or hurts the relationship now. I'm not too sure. Anyways, it's in quick news, but put it in social discussion and let me know what you guys think. Does this hurt marriages or help marriages? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, our fourth quick story. Matt Barnes questions his girlfriend's character by considering a reality show. What do you gain from being messy? All right, Matt Barnes questioned his girlfriend for considering a reality show, calling it absolute trash and asking, what do you gain from being messy? He also said she was better than these B words out here and accused her of acting out of character. All right, I was going to play the audio for you, but I pretty much just read what he said. Again, a little bit of a social discussion, but I understand they're not married and this is your girlfriend, but if I'm not mistaken, they've been together for a little while. Shouldn't you know if your girlfriend is the type of girlfriend that would want to go on a reality show or not? I feel like a lot of you people out here are like dating for dating's sake, and you're not knowing. Like, this is what the dating process or getting to know process is, and you should know these things before you make this girl your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that this is an argument you should have with your girlfriend. Like, if that's what she wants to do, this is what she wants to do. Like, you knew, or you should have known who she was before you made her your girlfriend. Am I crazy? And I just don't believe in stopping people from doing things that they want to do. But you want to go on a reality show? Go. Who am I to stop you? Now, listen, if you come and you ask for my advice, like, hey, somebody asked me this, I'm not really too sure. Okay, I can give you my advice. But to be like, don't go, you're better, you're doing this, why do you want to go with that? Let people do what they want to do. You cannot stop people from who they want to be. You just could choose not to be with somebody who you want to be on a reality show with. You know what I'm saying? These are things you got to know up front. That's marriage advice and dating advice from Dr. Out Loud. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our fifth quick story. Megan Thee Stallion's Lover Girl debuts at 38, ending the 2-week streak of no hip-hop songs on the top 40. All right, congratulations to Megan. I wanted to just put this in here because I don't want anybody to think I'm a Megan hater. I love Megan. I just don't like her with Klay Thompson. And I like the song, but I'm not in love with this song. More than anything, I just don't like that it's not coming from an organic place. But it still made it on the charts. As you guys know, we told you last week that for the first time in, I think, 30-something years, there was no hip-hop in the top 40. So congratulations to Megan for breaking that 2-week drought. And yeah, like I said, just want to salute her. I don't necessarily think that debuting at number 38 for somebody like Megan that's signed to Rock Nation, you have Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, that whole team behind them. You're spending an incredible amount of money promoting the video, doing the lead up to it. Even if the relationship is real, which is not, the fact that let's pretend it is, the fact of like the relationship, paying to be on all these blogs, the promotion of it, her being out there, her being at these games, doing all of this stuff, like that was a big lead up for this song to be about their relationship that we've just seen for the past 2 months. And again, somebody like Megan, for her to only debut at 36, that's a lot of money spent to debut at 38. But no hate. I just think it's more evidence that people want to see Megan in her organic state and not in an unorganic state. Even it could be a little bit more problematic. I just don't feel like people are accepting it. We'll see how the song goes. If it gets into the top 10, in top 5, that's more what I think they want for an artist Megan's caliber. But we'll see. We'll keep on following it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 6th quick story. Morant, if he is feeling the usual joy right now, and Ja said no. All right, we told you guys yesterday that Ja is not happy with his coaching staff at the Memphis Grizzlies, and he got suspended one day, if I'm not mistaken, for conduct detrimental to the team. Apparently, his coaches were asking him something, and he was rude to one of them. He's not even talking to reporters now. So they asked him, hey, does he feel his usual joy that he's feeling right now? And he said no. Take a listen.
You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to seeing from you?
No.
To go along with this story, Draymond Green believes that Morant is silently protesting against the Grizzlies. Now, Draymond, of course, has a podcast, so he's going to weigh in. But could we maybe see Ja going over to the Warriors? I don't know. I told you guys yesterday, Ja was one of my favorite new players. I really don't like the second time with the GUN. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The first time I tried to have his back. So I haven't really been so much in his corner. But I do think that he is an explosive, amazing, exciting player. And I do think that he could be the face of the league. Although now it's probably going to be Wemby. But if he gets to go on a team that has potential, he might be back in my good graces, and he might be my new favorite young person to take over the face of the NBA, because LeBron's got to go. And who is it going to be? I just don't feel like, I know Wemby is amazing, and his height and what he's doing, especially this year. I don't know. He's just not my kind of player to like. I need that Kobe, that Jordan, that kind of like mentality, that, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of player I need, that AI kind of player. You know what I mean? That's why LeBron is not my guy, because he doesn't have that aggression, that chip on his shoulder that ballers need to have. Let me know what you think about Ja and potentially moving in the comment section below. All right, our 7th quick story. I thought this was very, very interesting. Today, the average 20-year-old has the testosterone of a 7-year-old in the 1970s. Very scary. Male testosterone levels have dropped about 1% per year since the 70s. A guy in his 20s today might have the same testosterone levels as a 7-year-old back then. In 1987, the average was around 576 ng/dl. By 2026, it could hit 300. Experts blame processed foods, toxins like BPA, lack of sleep, inactivity, and nonstop stress. Low testosterone doesn't just affect your body, it drains your energy, mood, and confidence too. Well, it's definitely not affecting me, all right? Because, geez, man, I got energy, I got confidence. Let's go. Ah! I think my secret to my energy and my confidence and all of that stuff, I've never gotten tested, but I feel like my testosterone levels are probably through the roof, is honestly, I eat very, very well. I eat very, very healthy, and I eat on a great regimen. I've been having the same breakfast every morning for years. Yeah, on a Sunday or a Saturday, I might have something different, or over the holidays or whatever, but I'm on a very strict, egg whites, blueberries, bananas, oranges. I have my fruits in the morning after I work out. Excuse me. I don't drink anything else but water. I don't have fruit juices. I don't eat processed foods. Very, very lucky. I've told you guys, My mom is 5 minutes away from me. She cooks for both my sister and I and my sister's 4 kids. It's the one thing she feels like she could still do for us as her grown children, and we try to stop her. But this is what she loves. This is Jamaican moms. This is what they do. So I am blessed that I have that. I get it. But even, different places when I traveled around the world and lived different places around the world, I always made sure to eat well. I eat my dinner for lunch, meaning that I have a big lunch. That's where I'll have my meats. That's where I'll have if I'm having a pasta or a rice or whatever. And then at night, I have a fish or something light, and I have salad. And again, just with water. And I really don't snack. What people don't realize, what they put in their body is what they'll get out of your body, of the body. Listen, I studied nutrition, from modeling days when I was training 2-3 times a day. So of course I also have that background, but take a second and, understand what you're putting in your body. For those of you who think that you may be affected, especially men out there feel like your testosterone levels are low. Yes, there's medication that you could take or whatever, but I'm telling you, working out increases your testosterone and your diet. That's what this is saying, right? The processed foods. Eat foods that don't have a label on it. That is the best trick. If you go to the grocery store, stay on the outside because those are the things that spoil. Don't get anything in the aisles, and eat foods that don't have a label. It's the best thing. It comes from the earth. Well, I know there's a lot of stuff now, and pesticides and all of that stuff, but fruits, notice they don't have a label on them. No, it's not processed, not packaged, not sitting down in a can. And I get some people don't have the choice or the luxury. I get it. But I'm saying when you can, if you can, this is ironic talking about this when people out here not getting their SNAP benefits and all of that stuff. So I understand things are a rough time right now, but don't use that as an excuse either. Try to be as healthy as you can, especially in a time like this, because eating better foods will stop you from being hungry and will give you way more energy than some bad food. Okay, so that was my little 2 cents on testosterone levels and your advice on dietitian from Dr. Out Loud. Our 8th quick story. My pen just dropped. DJ Academics was shocked after Drake gifted Adin Ross a Maybach for his birthday. All right, really nothing to play here. There's actually a video, but I'm just not going to play it for you because it's not really that interesting. Academics was like, what? How did Drake buy you a Maybach? What is going on? Do you have to give gifts to get gifts? And it was funny because he's like, yeah, I got him a Nokia chain, so he got me a Maybach. And it's like, this again could be a question of the day, a social discussion of the day. Like, do you got to get somebody a gift to get a gift? Like, what's really going on here? Drake is super cool with Academics, but Adin gets a Maybach because he got you a Nokia chain? It's weird, man. This whole Adin and Drake thing, we talked about that yesterday. Maybe he gave him that Maybach because he was defending him because, Drake has some extra attention on him. Go back and listen to episode 610. Y'all know that. Y'all know what I mean. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 9th quick story. Ye is now dropping his album Bully this Friday. All right, y'all know I got very, very tired talking about Kanye because I feel like he uses mental health as a way to promote stuff. So I try not to talk about Kanye, but I saw this, had to share it with you guys as it is my job. Now, normally when Kanye West is promoting something, when he's selling something, you start seeing him popping up doing some crazy things. So just be on the lookout. His album is coming out. That's why I don't know if I believe this or maybe this is him doing this. I feel like there's something weird. So I want to put you guys on notice. You might get an album out. You might see Kanye pop up and start doing some wild things. I don't know. We'll see. But this is from a reliable blog that it's coming out Friday. Are you guys excited? Do you guys care? You've been talking about this album for months and nobody cares. Nobody bites. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our 10th quick story. Tom Brady cloned his former dog that passed away 2 years ago. He says, "My animals, they mean the world to me. I worked with Consolio and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood drawn from our family elderly dog before she passed." After losing his dog 2 years ago, Tom Brady found a way to bring her back through cloning. Tom Brady revealed that his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Luna, who is passed away December 2023. Colonial Bioscience, a biotech company that Brady is an investor in, used blood collected prior from his dog, Luna. I love my animals, blah, blah, blah. That's what I wrote to you already. Do y'all think this is weird? Because everybody loves their pets, that they're their pets. Do you guys want to clone your dog? And I want to know, like, how much of a clone is it? I would love to interview him and ask questions about this. Like, a clone is like, is it Luna? Is it all her DNA and all her that's now in Junie? Or is it more kind of like, it would be more like a relative of Luna? I don't know. This is just out. It feels a little promotion-esque to me because he's an investor in it. So that's maybe why this story is coming out and they're using him as the example. I don't know. But here's another social discussion today. I mean, I've been on fire with these social discussions today. If possible, and you could clone your dog, would you want your dog cloned or just want to start over and get a new dog? I think I just want a new dog. Like, leave my, and I've had some really nice dogs, man. It would be nice to bring them back, but I'm not ready for all that yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, y'all. This has brought us to my favorite segment of the day, comments and social discussion of the day. Before we get into all of that, I have a very, very important question to ask y'all. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, let me answer that question for y'all. Yes, they are if you're not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trend-out-loud to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. Now, I tell you all this every day. I hope you trust me or Google or find out. There is an all-time high right now of scammers, people calling, text messages. I can guarantee that there's nobody right now that's watching this on their phone or the computer that haven't gotten a shady email or a shady phone call or a text message. This is what Aura can help you with. Stop all of that. And what makes it even worse, those text messages and emails, that's stuff you know. What about the stuff that's going on with people that have your credit card information, your banking information, your social security information? It's wild out here. People are getting the deeds of their house replaced by this information. It's crazy, all right? Aura can help protect you with all of that. If you ever wondered how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here's why. There's companies called data brokers, and they sell your data that they collect after you buy stuff or if you search online, which would be illegal, but it's not. They sell your data and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and all of y'all, the Out Louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information, your personal information, off of these websites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door open. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if your credit card, banking information, or social security number is ever found on the web. You also get a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and they have a US-based round-the-clock support system, best customer service ever. And in the event that anything ever goes wrong, Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance protection. You are covered in every way possible with Aura. It's absolutely free. Use the link below or the QR code beside me and sign up today. Just at least let them show you what they can do. It's mind-blowing, the information that you think is not out there. It's crazy. So sign up. Now, let's go over to comments. I do not have one set up. As you guys know, my new thing is doing it live, and direct. So, oops. So we're going to do it like a raffle where we're going to sort. I didn't get a super thanks today. All right, y'all. It's all good. I didn't get a super thanks. So I'm just going to raffle this off straight here live so you guys can see it. These are all comments, and I'm just going to stop randomly. Boom. Read this one right here. Some things need to stay private. Not everything needs to be on camera. Okay, that's from like Charlie Kirk. That's an old video. Somebody just said that 20 hours ago. Okay, let me just take the one right underneath it. Somebody said, Kiki, do you love me? Okay, that's Drake. Somebody's laughing at my intro. I'm just going to put this up to show you what I landed on. This was episode 610. Somebody's laughing at my intro. Thanks for liking my intro, guys. All right, let me get something here. My gosh. Why is everybody commenting on the Charlie Kirk video? That's crazy. Okay, I'm not getting anything here. This is what happens when you do stuff live, but at least you guys know it's real. Oh, here's one. Okay. This one here is from Tez Bradley. She said, to be fair, at 13 minutes and 33 seconds, I'm not the biggest Erica Kirk fan. I think she's a fembot, but there's a picture of her hugging his wife, Usha Vans, the same way. Her hand on the back of her head. I think it's just the weird way she hugs. Okay, so this was from episode 609, Erica Kirk with JD Vance. Okay, thank you very much for your comment. I do agree with you the fact that I think Erica Kirk is a little different. I haven't seen the picture with her and Usha. Maybe I'll Google it. If you see this, send it to me, DM it to me, or email it to me. I'll play it on tomorrow's show. But it goes beyond the hug. There's been other things that we've heard about and other weird things. You know what I mean? Like she was in the pageant. She was on this reality show at like Summer House or Summer something like that. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Like the things that we're hearing that, you know, she was in Trump's pageant before Trump. Her father worked for Donald Trump. Now and then you see her with Charlie. Charlie and JD are really good friends. But then there's things that like JD and her knew each other before Charlie. And then, you know, even if you do hug weirdly like that, you're on stage and your husband just passed away. Why would you be hugging another man like that if that is the way you hug like on a regular basis? You know, it's just weird. It's just uncomfortable. But let me see the video of Usha. And Usha didn't seem very happy about that, by the way, either. So anyways, thank you very much for your comment and for everyone's comment. For those of you who want to give a super thanks, it is available at the bottom of every single video we post. It is your way if you would like to support or donate back to the show. Once you click the super thanks or the thanks button, you get an amount that you can give back. It also highlights your comment. It sends me a notification. It's almost like sending me a text message. I get the alert. I'll reply back right away and I'll read it the next day on the show. If it's something that you want to get across or just say, hey, thanks for the show. We're appreciating it. Here is some contributions for the show. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Here is YouTube explaining it better than I can.
Buy a super thanks by clicking the thanks button under your video. There are multiple price points a viewer can purchase that each have their own special one-time animation. As an added bonus, viewers will get to post a distinct, colorful comment in your video's comment section.
Okay, let's go to social discussion, although I feel like we've had a lot already today. Here is today's official social discussion. He told his girlfriend to block her ex, and she said this. Take a listen.
Was you gonna do it or what? Like,
No, I'm not doing that, babe. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What you mean? Why would I don't want to do that.
You just gave me reasons. Listen.
But listen, you gotta think about it. We had history, right? And if I block him, he's gonna be like upset. He's gonna be worried and wonder where I've been at, what I've been doing.
Wow.
Woo! Okay, it's a 3-minute long video. It's up on our Instagram page. Whew, the stress. Okay. She said, we have history. Okay. If I block him, he's gonna be upset. What? He's gonna be worried. What? What's going on here? Listen, like I said earlier today, I am not in the when was it? Oh, it was when I was talking about Matt Barnes and telling his girlfriend what to do. I am not in the business of telling anybody what to do. I am in the business of meeting somebody. You know, they passed the eye test, the first talking test, like, okay, this is somebody who I'm attracted to. This is somebody who's nice. This is somebody who's blah, blah, blah. We have good communication. The dating process could start. We could date. We can hang out. You can come over. We could do this. We could do whatever. And I'm checking things out. And these are the things that you got to know about somebody before you start getting involved with them. You cannot get into a full-blown relationship and then be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Yo, you need to find somebody that wants to block her ex, that doesn't care what her ex is thinking, and doesn't care what her ex is going to get upset about. Because there's no way that my girl is ever going to be worrying about her ex and what he's wondering and thinking about. But I'm still never going to tell her. We have to stop this. You need to do this, you need to do that. Find people that align with your values, that are that do the same thing that you would do for them. That's what y'all need to start doing. And when you meet the person and you like them and you see these things, I know it's hard to walk away, but walk away. Or just keep it in the very light dating phase and just never let it get serious. You all have to stop telling people what to do, because it's going to end up being in a divorce, or you guys are going to end up breaking up, because 99% of the time people don't change and they only do things because you told them to, not because they really want to. And then there's going to be problems. Don't take any advice from me. I'm the single guy. Before we close this segment, just want to remind you about the Out Loud membership. Sign up today. It's the first link below. When you sign up, you'll get loyalty badges, emojis, member-only live videos, member-only videos, early access to new videos, and member shoutouts. I love to see who's in the membership, because when you comment, or even not only when you comment, but on live streams or whatever, you get a little badge beside your name, so we know and we can identify the Out Louders. So I love the memberships. But even above all that, you get access to my vlogs. And if you like this segment here, where we're social discussion and we deep dive and we talk about life and we talk about more serious things, not just celebrity stuff or viral political stuff, that will be for you. And I just did a vlog today and I put it up, and I'm so proud of it. I really like it. It was a continuation to vlog number 9, and you'll have to go to see it, but there was 2 complete different trends and 2 complete different situations that I was in that I'm really, really proud that I was able to document and show you guys. And I know the Out Louders who already have memberships that love those vlogs. You're going to love vlog 10. So who's ever a member already, go and check that out. And for those of you who want to sign up, like I said, the first link below. Also, there's the join button on top of me, or the membership. When you get to the sign up membership, you'll see different levels. You'll see Out Louder, Out Loud Proud, MVP, Out Loud Family. That's just like a tip menu, depending on how much you want to contribute for the month. Feel free to just take the first one at the minimum price. They all give you the same access. You get access to the vlogs, early this, early whatever. It's just for the people that want to spend a little bit more and give back to the show. Whichever membership you decide to choose, we are very grateful for anyone that you decide to choose. Just choose one, because it's really fun being an official Out Louder. That's it. Let me know what you guys think about social discussion and comments and everything else in this segment in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. This is another social discussion. This is crazy. Everything today was social discussion. I better see a lot of comments. Why do women hold on to men they don't want a relationship with? Let me just read this again, okay? Why do women hold on to men they don't want a relationship with? Somebody said financial stability. Somebody said good chemistry. Another person said women be doing this. Another person says, I cannot do that too much of a lover girl for me. Another person said familiarity. Another person said it validates how they see themselves and what they truly believe they deserve. Whew. Money, boredom, approval, free food. Let me deflect and ask the men that too. Women don't hold on to men they don't want. They hold on to the version of themselves they settled for him. Sorry. Women don't hold on to men they don't want. They hold on to the version of themselves that settled for him. Somebody says support of children. They stick around because they see potential in him. They have hopes that he's going to change. They'll train dude to be the perfect man they want. Some stick around for years and end up hurting themselves when that person doesn't change and decides to leave. My grandmother told me this is a whole separate one now. My grandmother told me, if you don't want a man, you also don't want his things. If you don't want anyone, please leave them alone. A pure heart will get you far further than a greedy heart. All right. Another person said ego validation. He may not be what she wants, but she likes having him because other women want him. This is hard for me because why do women hold on to men they don't want a relationship with? First of all, I'm not a woman, so I guess I can't answer this. Maybe that's what's so hard. And I would say most women don't hold on to a man they don't want a relationship with. Do I think some women are with men they don't want a relationship with? Yes, they might like the sex. They might like the fact that he goes out. They might like the partying. They might like, it could be a various amount of things, okay? The money, it could be whatever. But, and maybe I'm hanging on to words here, but hold on. Why do men hold on to a man they don't want a relationship with? And you see, when I first read it, it was, why do they hold on to a man, who's not a good man that they want to be in a relationship with? That I get. And that was one of those comments where a woman, because typically women are like nurturing and loving and understanding. So they're like, oh, he might be rough around the edges and he might be this, whatever. And like, I could help him, shape him, whatever, and then have a better relationship, which is risky and not great either. But that I can understand. But hold on to a man that they don't want to be in a relationship with. Most women that want to be in a relationship won't hold onto a man they don't want to be in a relationship with. Does that make sense? Women have like so much more like intuition, and they're so much more in control of themselves and their feelings and all of that stuff when it comes to a relationship. So as soon as they book a dude that's like, nah, like I don't want to have a relationship with him. And when a woman says that, like it's done. There's no coming back. So when a woman, again, we're stereotyping, but when a woman is like, no, I don't want a relationship with him, I think, she might hang out and party, whatever she's between and she's having fun, but I don't think a woman's going to hold on to a guy they know they don't want. She's not going to hold. Hold is like doing things to hold them here. No, she can be like, I don't want to be with you, but on a Friday night or whatever, you're passing by, sure. I don't think she's going to hold on to him. Most women. That's my answer. And I think if you really dissect the question, I think I'll be right. Anyways, let me know what you guys think to this complex answer in the comment section below. All right, y'all, that brings us to the end of today's show. I thought we had a fun show. Just FYI, I really, really, really enjoyed doing this show for y'all. Like, I really, really like it. And I really love the structure of this show. Like, I don't even know why we're talking about this right now, but I just came across my spirit to let you guys know that. Like, when I prepare for the show every morning, I'm like, okay, I got to work. I got to get this story, whatever. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm running out of time. And I wonder if I have a good show today or whatever, just normal, just every day. And then I come and I sit down and I'm like, it doesn't matter the story. Like, I just love sitting down and talking with you guys. Like, it is literally so much fun. Like, in the beginning of the day, like, it feels like a job and it feels like something to do. And when I sit down here, I'm like, I don't want it to end. And I feel that's why I always finish off with like social discussion and question of the day. It's just because I love just like dissecting and deep diving and talking into things. It's really, really fun. And I hope it translates through this camera and you guys feel the same thing. But I think you do, and that's why you're here. So I want to let you guys know that. Okay, enough about this. Before I let you go, just want to remind you of a few things. Please, if you like to give back and sponsor to the show, use that thank button at the bottom of the video. If you're on your phone, you might have to scroll over. It's beside the like, share, remix, save, etc. All the buttons under, you'll see thanks. Just hit that button and give back and sponsor the show if you would like to. And also, please use that opportunity to put something in the comment section that you want me to read out. It acts kind of like a text message. I get a notification. Boom, I'll read it out the next day. Do not forget thanks, please. Also, do not forget the first link below, which is the membership. Love for you to sign up. The more outlouders that come in, the better. We are building a really, really tight-knit, great community. So make sure to sign up for the Out Loud memberships. And also, anybody who's online, which if you're watching this, you're pretty much online, don't forget the second link below or the QR code beside me. Sign up for Aura today. It is absolutely free. They could show you if any of your information has been leaked online on the dark web. They'll remove it off for you, and you start out with a clean slate for free. All right, so make sure that you click that link or use the QR code. Now, before I let you go, I just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud show. For those of you who like to listen on podcast platforms, we're available on all sites. And again, very, very sorry for yesterday's episode 610. For some reason, it got stuck. We thought it uploaded, went to start the show today, and we did not see episode 610 there. So we just put it up about like an hour ago. So if you're seeing this, episode 611, just know 610 has been uploaded. So now you can watch 2 shows in one day. All right. Again, so yes, people who would like to listen on podcast platforms, just go to any site, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Please do not forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show, just like YouTube and every other platform we upload daily. Now, for those of you who are like me and you like to watch your shows, you need video. Like, I need to see things. I'm very animated. I'm dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to see Trent Out Loud. Head on over to, I'm in a good mood today. Head on over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud. I'm going to do 6 things. 1, hit that subscribe button. 2, hit the like button. We need to get the algorithming. 3, please try to comment below. You guys are my co-hosts. I do the show with you. If you guys are not commenting or not joining in on the discussion, I'm talking by myself, and I'm going to look crazy out here, and I'll look crazy. For those of you who don't want to join in on the conversation, no pressure. It's totally understandable. But can you please let me know the country or city that you're watching from? This is a global show, and one of my favorite things is sit down in my bed and go through all the comments and see where you guys are watching from. I love it, okay? 4th, if you're really enjoying the show, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it helps in growing the channel. And like the thanks button and everything else, we're here to grow this channel, okay? Also, the 5th thing, like I mentioned also, is the memberships. You can sign up with the link below. And number 6, like I said a few times, the thanks button. For those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on every single social platform there is, pretty much. And it's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, please follow us on the show's Instagram page, The Trent Out Loud Show. We are very active on that Instagram account. We post everything that we talk about, mostly everything that we talk about. And the great thing about it is there's no restrictions. We can play the entire video, swearing, blah, blah, blah. YouTube has very, very strict guidelines. So there's things that we can't play in the entirety here. When you follow us on our Instagram account, you see everything. All right. The Trent Out Loud Show on the gram. Thank you once again for kicking with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.